Hi there, my name is Samuel and welcome back to another video where today we should be taking a look at the set 40452 Hogwarts Gryffindor Dorms, which does include 148 pieces and 2 minifigures, and this is another qualifying purchase Lego Harry Potter set yet again, and this time you had to spend £100, dollars, euros, and I believe 200 Australian dollars, and that is what it had to be. So that was specifically for Lego Harry Potter, which honestly, straight off the bat, I know is actually one of the most baffling parts about this set, because there is no new Harry Potter sets coming out for a long while. Hedwig got released really early on, so for most people, especially hardcore Harry Potter fans and who haven't already got the sets, this is going to be an absolute pain. But there's definitely some plus signs, the main one being the fact that the pieces in this set are not exclusive to figures on. You literally could just get the pieces off Bricks and Pieces, and being honest, I think they're going to end up selling out because I think a lot of people will do that. So let's take a look at the minifigures, then we'll take a look at the build. So taking a look at the Harry Potter minifigure himself, which this is actually the same one from 2018 when it launched in the Whomping Willow set. So that, honestly, it's really weird to see that they've actually brought him back, which I kind of get because that set is sort of discontinued, sort of not. It honestly is a little bit weird, but taking a look at the minifigure, you can see his printing. It would have been nice just to get like the blue jumper or t-shirt underneath instead of the red jacket. Like, that would have just been a mini variation, but there you can see that. It's a nice minifigure, don't get me wrong, but it's just a bit of a shame that that figure didn't really stay exclusive. That is definitely something from the 2018 sets that most of the figures have really just popped up since, but still, there you can see that his expression. That is another Harry Potter minifigure. So then up next, you can see that we have Ronald Weasley here with the chocolate frog, which that is pretty cool to see that as an accessory. Then taking that off and having a look at his body printing, you can see that this again is the same jumper that we got in the Whomping Willow, which, like I said with Harry, it's kind of annoying that they've redone the figure, but it's still cool at the same time. There you can see the face. I think my problem is that it just makes like the set less valuable, because it's like, why, if you want to collect minifigures, why are you gonna have to get that? Because only, well, I guess 2 of the other characters still are exclusive, but I guess it, yeah, I don't know, it sort of counteracts itself there. But anyway, there is the Ronald Weasley minifigure, and mine seems to have a bit of fuzziness again. Wow, why does this keep happening? So then taking a look at the dorm itself, straight off the bat, you can see that it actually does include the other bunk bed, which that was something that we weren't completely entirely sure if they was going to do that, because on like the calendar image, it was really like far off to the left to the extent it wasn't even in the image really. It was kind of just off on its own area, so that really didn't make sense. But yeah, it does include it, and also this is literally the exact same size, scale, and idea as the girls' bathroom, the Polyjuice Mistake set, because the beam actually does come off. It has the jumper plates on the top, so you can easily connect it and disconnect it to the other modular Harry Potter system sets this year. But yeah, you're taking a look, you can see that yeah, it is literally just the same formula and structure. We do actually have these black parts, which I will show you what they're for, but those are actually really easy, because I feel like some of you will definitely want to remove those, but I mean, that isn't too much of a hard thing. But taking a look, you can see that. Then taking a look at the top, yeah, you can see that it does have some more jumper plates, which honestly, I like the fact that they do that. I don't actually have many of the other sets yet, so that will be really interesting to play around with when I get them eventually, most probably Christmas or birthday, something like that. But taking a look at the set, you can see that we do have the 2 bunk beds, which, taking a look at the build, can I just say this build is actually really cool. I've got a couple of problems with it, which I'll come to in a minute, but taking a look at the bottom, you can see that we have the bedspreads here. It looks really nice. The sheets, it all looks cool. But then when you get to the top, I feel like they was a bit lazy. They easily could have built the same structure and they could have put it up here, which, there we go. I just wanted to quickly show you what I mean. This literally is how they should have done it. So the fact that they sort of like skimped out a little bit there, I honestly think is quite bad that they did that, and they literally just put a tile there. That's something that I just don't really get the logic, because they're meant to be 4 beds, so that is a bit disappointing, but nevertheless. So then taking a look at the dorm itself with the beds back in there, so yeah, that is definitely a little bit of a nightmare, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So yeah, taking a look at that, you can see what it looks like with like the paneling and everything. I think it's done really nice, like the idea. You can see we have the candle there. It is definitely a really cool idea. Taking a look at the back, so what they actually do is give you this 8x8 tile, and that is so you can add all of the different tiles on there, which honestly, this is something that I was considering doing. I was thinking about what tile would I buy in that, so the fact that they've done this, I honestly think is absolutely just really incredible. Like, it's really nice, and you can see I have Snape here, we have all the other characters, which what I'm doing for this, I'm going to actually have the final 3 Fantastic Beasts, and then start with Dumbledore and sort of go my way through the cards. So that'll be really cool. I have got another, I believe, 2 to add. I've got 3 more, but one of them I believe is that one. But yeah, there you can see that. Honestly, that for me is really cool. But yeah, that it does actually leave a massive black mark there, which I think that is definitely going to be the biggest downside for most people. Because if we look at it like that, yeah, it does look okay, but it still doesn't look great because you just got these random black bars just still there. It doesn't completely work, and that is actually how I'm going to keep it. I don't really want to modify anything. I won't modify anything this day and age. But yeah, it is definitely a pain. It kind of would have been nice for Lego. Well, you can remove that part on the bottom, but it would have been nice if they had given you a 1x8 just to fill in the gaps here if you didn't want that. So that, I think, is a little gripe there, but I mean, it is what it is. You can't really change it. Well, I mean, with the set you can't, at least from Lego's side, but there you can see that it does look pretty cool, the windows and that. So yeah, that is what the dome looks like. It honestly is quite a bare set in a way, but still, I definitely feel like they've cut some corners and there are definitely some problems that I'm going to talk about in a minute. So let's get straight to my final thoughts of this set. So there we have it. I hope you did enjoy this video. Overall, I think this set honestly is a really good set. It is a really neat set. I think it's really cool, especially for the Harry Potter collectors like myself. It's a really good one. But there's a couple issues with it. Number one, the beds. Why did they literally cop out for the sake of, like, I don't know, 10 or 12 pieces? Why did they not just do that? Because honestly, it looks quite bad the way they've just put those tiles. It honestly looks really unfinished. I won't change it though because I don't modify sets anymore, and honestly I regret it because I'm so like trying to rebuild stuff that I used to modify. So that is honestly a nightmare. The tile though, I think this is fantastic. I've added McGonagall and Newt Scamander here, so that I think is really neat. So it's cool that we've got that, and I realise I literally could have just done this for the thumbnail instead of editing it in, but I still think it looks fine in the thumbnail. But yeah, this is also something, the little rods at the back of the 1x8, I think it wouldn't have harmed also to do a 1x8 tan tile, just so you can swap it out. You can also remove the black part at the bottom. I think that would have been really good for people like myself who are going to display it like this. But you know, it looks okay. I guess you can say they're curtains, and at least you can put it in there if you wish to. But yeah, that is the main problem there. But then I guess the final problem is exactly the release date. Why has this got released on a Monday for starters, which I think is personally a little bit weird, but the 25th of October? That makes no sense. So Lego, I think they've really messed up here. They should have either released this early alongside Hedwig. They could have waited till January, but I get why that doesn't really make sense because it's a 20th anniversary. So for me, I think Hedwig they should have delayed. I think it kind of made more sense to do it exactly like Diagon Alley, sort of release it in the September. They could have like pushed it to end of October release date. I think that would have gone down better. It would have given people more time to save and sort of make up their money bank account again after spending all their money on the Harry Potter sets, because if you've got the Hedwig, you may already have quite a lot of the others, so it would have made, financially for people, it would have made more sense. But then also it would have meant you could have got this, because unless you haven't got it, it's going to be a really hard one to get, because if you've got Hedwig and you've got the other sets, or you're not interested in any of them, it really is not going to help. So yeah, there's definitely a few problems with that. I think definitely the release of this is definitely a problem, and the fact that the beds are still really unfinished prototyped, in my opinion. This set really just, I feel like they've messed up a little bit here, but still, I'm really happy with the set. I'm lucky I've managed to get it, so I think it is cool in that sense, but I do feel bad for those who won't be able to get it, because like I said, it's not going to be an easy set to get. It's definitely going to be a pain for most people. So there we have it. I hope you did enjoy this video. What do you think of this set? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you also annoyed about the weird like release date? Tell me all about it in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one. See you there. Bye for now.